Over the last few days, as Mary's been reporting, we've heard the president continually talk about Epstein. Let's take a listen.
Are people still talking about this guy, this creep? That is unbelievable. I mean, I can't believe you're asking a question on Epstein.
How do you think that is? Why they would be so interested. He's dead for a long time. It's pretty boring stuff. It's sordid, but it's boring. Really only pretty bad people, including fake news, want to keep something like that going.
No, it's I call it the Epstein hoax. Takes a lot of time and effort. Instead of talking about the great achievements we've had, instead they want to talk about the Epstein hoax. And the sad part is it's people that are really doing the Democrats' work. They're stupid people.
For more now, let's bring in our chief Washington correspondent, Jonathan Karl. And we heard him there, the president calling this a hoax. He's called Republicans asking for more answers stupid people. What are your sources telling you about how Trump world is feeling about all this?
Well, very much in terms of how the president's feeling is that frustration that you are seeing intensifying over the last few days, several days really, is very much reflected behind the scenes as well. Trump doesn't understand why his own core supporters are giving him and especially his attorney general, Pam Bondi, such a hard time about this. I thought one of the things, in addition to that great list of quotes that you put together there, Lindsay, that was significant, was the statement he put out on Truth Social this morning, which was long, went into much of the same stuff, but said this: my past supporters, and he put past in all caps, my past supporters have bought into this BS hook, line, and sinker. So it's almost a threat aimed at his past supporters, because they don't consider themselves past supporters. They consider themselves very much on Team Trump, and they are very frustrated about this.
And John, before we let you go, so Ghislaine Maxwell, interesting here, because not only she might be called to testify before Congress, it sounds like that's something she's interested in doing. What further light might she be able to shed?
I mean, this is so interesting, Lindsay, because you have some of the president's core supporters, Mike Lee, senator from Utah, Josh Hawley, senator from Missouri. They have both come out and said they want to have congressional testimony from Maxwell. Others in the House have said this as well. Maxwell, of course, longtime associate of Epstein, in prison right now for conspiring with Epstein to sexually abuse young women. And if she were to testify, that would be a blockbuster event in Congress. What she would say, who knows? But she is somebody who Donald Trump has actually spoken quite highly of. Donald Trump back in 2020 asked about Maxwell and her legal case, said, quote, "I wish her well." So very dangerous territory. Again, who knows what would happen in that testimony, but it would not be what Donald Trump wants, which is to put this story behind us.
It doesn't seem like that's about to happen anytime soon. All right, Jonathan Karl from the nation's capital for us. Thanks so much, John.
Thank you.
Lawmakers across the aisle have been reacting to this public back and forth between President Trump and his supporters. Joining us now is GOP Representative Eric Burlison of Missouri. Thank you so much for being here. The president has been lashing out at his own supporters for demanding the release of the Jeffrey Epstein files, even calling some of them foolish and stupid. Do you believe that the government should release those files to the public?
1,000%. I think, look, the American people, this government belongs to the people. I think that this government holds on to so many secrets that are unnecessary, and I think that look, the public wants answers on this. This was no small event. There were hundreds and hundreds of victims involved, and I think that this was a campaign issue. This was an issue that was clearly discussed, and was like it's so personal, and the fact that we feel so passionately about the evils that occurred, that they want to see justice, and the fact that we're not getting answers.
So, is this for you about Epstein? Is it bigger than Epstein? Is it a moral issue? Why exactly are you breaking with the president on this point?
Yeah, I mean, this is an awful story in American history. An individual that was able to get away with so many acts of molestation is just appalling. that in and of itself, I mean, it's just absolutely deserves having someone take a moral stand to make sure that justice is brought, that the victims have someone that's listening to them and acting. Outside of that, I think that it does speak to a larger issue. The question is, I mean, do the American people have a trust within the federal government? Do the American people have own the federal government, or does the federal government own them? And I think that that's really why this feels so rotten and so raw for people to not be able to get answers on this topic, because it's an awful issue, and we got so close to finally getting the truth on one thing, and like Lucy with the football, it feels like we're having the football yanked away.
And President Trump has said that the calls to release these files it's a Democratic-led scam. But as you know, and just stated, this was also a campaign issue for him. Some in your party are also calling for the release. Would you say that this has divided the Republican Party?
You know, it's a sad moment. I think that we've just come out of having some major victories, and the Trump administration has achieved so much. I think in some regards, I think that this is a minute issue for the president. And so he doesn't see it as a priority as much as some people do. And so to me, it's really about priorities. Are they going to dedicate the resources that are necessary to actually get to the point where we have disclosure? I think that they want to move on to other things. But my view is, look, this federal government is very big. We should be able to do all of it. We should be able to investigate the things that the president wants to investigate, and including this Epstein list.
Why do you think that there is hesitation from the DOJ when it comes to releasing the files?
I'm uncertain as to why. But look, and if the documents, as one of the tweets said, is they were comprised or built under false pretenses, but kind of like the Russiagate documents, then fine. Release that evidence, right? I think that the American people can vet through the information and make an educated decision or ascertain what really happened.
Representative Eric Burlison, we thank you so much for your time. Really appreciate you joining the show tonight.
Thank you.